Hey YouTube, this is Reskin Amusement Park Fan 62. It is Monday, April 5th. For a while now, there has been a Fight for 15 movement. If you don't know what that means, it basically means these people want all these different businesses, such as Walmart, McDonald's, and all them, to pay $15 an hour per person. Now, okay, now I understand you want them to pay you more money. But at the same time, here's the downside to that. Because you'll make more money, you'll get taxed more. So there's kind of a bad part to the good part. Now, I understand we all want more money in life, but unfortunately, it's not that easy to do. Now, and unfortunately, too, these businesses like Walmart and McDonald's, among others, will find ways to cut those costs. Like, for example, Walmart putting in more of the self-serve checkouts instead of having cashiers. McDonald's will put in those kiosks, usually around 2 to 3 of those kiosks where you can order yourself, so that way they will have less staff in the back and means less to pay. Now, if some businesses want to do $15 an hour or more, that is fine. I know some Chick-fil-A's do. I think Target does, among others. Now, if they want to do it, that is fine. That is up to them. But at the same time, what is going to happen is because of that, they're going to not work you as much. So instead of, let's say, with minimum wage, which is $7.50 or $7.25, you working 40 hours and making, let's say, a few $100s. With the $15 an hour, you may only get around 15 to 20 hours, or maybe 30 at max, depending on the store, depending on their hours, and depending on their rules on that sort of thing. Because all places that do that sort of thing will have different rules when it comes to that sort of thing. Now, I know Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey, they're doing $15 an hour. Now, that is great for them to do, because that area does cost quite a bit to live in. If you don't, because that park is between two major cities, which is Philadelphia and New York City. Now, I would like for the other Six Flags parks to do that, but that may take time to do depending on what happens in New Jersey. Now, unfortunately, with a lot of the fast food companies out there, minus some, a lot of them are franchise. So McDonald's is a big franchise one. Burger King is a franchise one. Wendy's is a franchise one. I'm not entirely sure about Arby's either. But a lot of those can determine how much they can pay. Now, if one of those wants to charge $15 an hour, that is fine. But that is their choice. Not mine, not yours, that franchise. Now, one of the only ones that can really do it without doing now, I'm not entirely sure if Chick-fil-A does franchising or not. I don't think so, but I'm not entirely sure. That is their choice what they want to pay as well. Now, The only time where I understand you should get paid a lot more per hour is if you live in an area where it costs a lot to live. For example, New York City, Philadelphia, San Francisco, Los Angeles. Cities like those cost a lot more to live in because they're much bigger. There's more people. That land is valuable. So that sort of thing is understandable, but not, you know, just because you want more money. So there is always a upside and a downside to each variable. And unfortunately, out there, making more money isn't as easy as just a simple protest out front of that place chanting, fight for 15, we want more money, stuff like that. So, unfortunately, there is always a bad side to a good side. But you have to work to get what you pay for.